It's that time again. Get up, get off the couch, and tackle your own to-do list. But today we are demystifying one project that you should not tackle because even the experts can lose their footing. One man at a time on the ladder, right? Load the truck, ladders, tools, all materials. And don't forget the coffee maker. Let's go. Love home reno? Don't change the channel. I am your host, Bob Assadourian. This show has two goals in mind always. Number one, to motivate you. I will motivate you to get up, get off the couch, and tackle that list of home improvements all around your home. If for whatever reason you cannot, that's fine. Advocacy. We will teach you how to find the right contractor for you and your home. Speaking of contractors, unlike reality television, today's host is actually licensed. Not one, but two. Master Building Repair and also the contractor portion. This show is interactive. Visit our site, justaskbob.com. Send us an email, whatever questions you have regarding your home improvement project. We will do our very best to line that up with a renovation off one of our job sites. That way we can demystify it and we can teach you. We have an email from a viewer for today. Bob, we have spoken to a ton of roofers and also researched this online. The best way to build a bulletproof roof that will protect our home. Problem is, everyone tells us something different. Bob, we have seen enough of your work on TV to trust in your professional opinion. Please design a roof for us that you would use on your own customer's home, a bulletproof roof that will stand the test of time. Thank you, Aaron. I feel for you. Believe me, I feel for you. I've been involved in repairs and full re-roofs for well over 30, 35 years, and I can tell you it is extremely frustrating and extremely difficult to get apples to apples comparison when you're getting roofers involved to give you quotes. Now, why? A lot of this is the fault of the Ontario Building Code. A lot of it. Because the bar is set so low for roofs and pretty well all new construction in Ontario. They do this to create affordable housing. Have you looked at a home lately, a new home? Would you consider that affordable? Not at all. So there's a lot of politics getting in the way. So these codes, these designs are to make it a rock bottom cheap roof. So unless you specifically ask your roofer what to quote on, you're not going to get exact quotes that you can compare. So let's look at it this way. A shingled asphalt roof is not waterproof. It's not a roof that's torched on like at a mall. So think of the shingles as a series of umbrellas to shed the water downward. Problem happens now when the wind blows off a few shingles, you will get penetration through the cavity, through the plywood, into the attic, down into the home. Now, you'll also get it if the shingles don't blow off. The water can get underneath them. So the most important thing, and in some cases, in my experience, even more important than the shingle, is the underlayment. You want underlayment. The underlayment that I proclaim is the best is the GAF Blue Deck Armor. This is breathable. This should cover your entire roof, and it will protect it. Now, there's a lot of other components as well. Ice and water shield. That's to protect you above the eaves troughs for damming. Then there's also metal drip edge that should go around all the perimeters. You want quality flashing. You want quality aluminum work. You want quality valleys. You want nice vents in the adequate amount. So these components, the vast majority of them, do not meet or are not included in the minimum building code at all. So your typical roofer is just going to shingle your roof. So you're missing a lot of components. You have to research, you have to learn, you have to understand. And on today's program, we literally are going to create an absolute bulletproof roof. Hands down, this roof will last the test of time. Now, stay tuned. After break, we're going to visit our good friends at Platinum Roofing. We're going to check out the showroom, check out some of the projects, and then afterwards, we're going to be on our job site.
Hi, welcome to Platinum Roofing and Exteriors. My name is Denise Forget and I am the office manager here. When you call, I'll answer the phone, book a free estimate for you if you would like a quote for a roof, soffit fascia eaves trough, siding, all the exterior work. And then we'll set up an appointment for you to have a free estimate with our sales manager. We take pride in our work and treat your home like our own. Bob, let me introduce you to Nick Rahimian. He is the owner of Platinum Roofing and Exteriors.
Nick, your company is amazing. I've been at this 35 years. I've dealt with different roofers, but I can tell you, your quality is second to none. You care. You actually care, and it shows in the work. Please tell everybody all about yourself.
It all started as a summer job. It wasn't supposed to be my career, but I started liking it. I started getting into it more, learning a lot from some of the older guys that I work with. And I started my own company, Platinum Roofing and Exterior, in 2008. We started getting better and better, and we started getting bigger and bigger. We hired a lot of experienced employees. It's not just me that's doing it. I couldn't do it all by myself. We have great staff here, and we have great employees to make sure that everything is done according to the manufacturer standards, according to the industry standards, and getting a little bit higher than everybody else out there with quality and with the experience that the homeowners can get from us.
Nick, you hit the nail on the head, literally. Nick brought up the word manufacturers. Again, Nick, I can tell you I'm a very old soul when it comes to the business of construction and even roofing. I don't think I've ever met a roofer that cares about the manufacturer.
Bob, only 2% of the roofing contractor in North America are Master Elite with GAF.
Wow.
That is not just a credential that they just hand out to you. You have to go through extended trainings. You have to follow all their standards. You have to register so many warranties per year to be able to keep those credentials and have all of your employees and all of your installers installing the product up to the manufacturer standards to make sure that if there's ever any issues, they're covered from the manufacturer. All of the warranties will be 100% covered with GAF and with the manufacturers.
You know, if I'm at home right now watching, you know, people think price, that's all that matters. Who cares this guy's got accreditation or not?
There's definitely lots of benefits, Bob. There's the standard warranty that anyone can get from any manufacturers. It's a small amount of years. When you go in with a Master Elite contractors, we can offer you warranties that you cannot get if you install your own shingles or if any other contractor that's not Master Elite is installing your product.
So there is a return. There is definitely a return to the homeowner.
For sure, yeah.
Excellent. Now you've got an amazing showroom here. Everything to make your selection. Let's take a moment to talk about some of these, Nick.
Yeah, Bob, we have lots of different products, a lot of different design of shingles. They have their standard shingles, the Timberline HDZ or Timberline UHDZ, and then they also have their designer shingles with the same manufacturer warranty, but with a better curb appeal. You can come to our showroom, look at all of the different colors, different styles, all in bigger pieces to make sure that you pick the color and the design of the shingles that you actually are going to enjoy for a long time.
I'm a big proponent of education. So yourself or someone on your team is going to educate the homeowner with the different options.
For sure.
Obviously to suit their budget, but also to make it a watertight roof.
Of course. We encourage homeowners to come in. take a look at the products. Either myself or a sales manager will be here to go over everything with you. We don't want you to purchase something that after a few years you are not going to be happy with. We want to make sure that you're going to get the curb appeal at the same time as the great roof that you're going to get on top of it.
That's important. Up next, we're going to take the cameras to one of our job sites, and we're going to have some fun. We're going to have some action with a full installation. Paul from Platinum Roofing and Exteriors. Thank you, Paul. Tell us about the fun first day here with the stripping.
Fun first day right off the bat. We got to get this roof off and see what's going on. Get the roof deck exposed, see if there's any damage to our existing roof deck. That is the plywood.
Tell us about that cool shovel the gentleman behind you is using.
Justin here is using a roof ripper. We use that to remove the shingles, get all the nails out of the roof deck. You don't want to put your new stuff on old nails.
Now, in my experience, the average homeowner, this is the moment they're on pins and needles, because I'm sure you've already warned them. You don't have x-ray vision. You can't tell them whether the deck needs replacing or not.
You got it.
You have to expose it, and then you assess it.
Yeah, you got to open it up. Once it's open, then we can assess if any plywood needs to be changed, repaired, definitely needs to be addressed to make sure those shingles stay on for the future.
Now, in today's episode, Bob's promoting this as literally a platinum roofing job, the ultimate in a shingle job. We've got everything going on. We've got drip edge everywhere.
Yeah.
We've got a full band device and water shield, breathable deck armor going over the entire roof.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit of the importance of these products.
You want it to last a long time. You want to put the best on to have the best happen.
I'll let you guys keep busy. We'll be up in a bit and check out these components, these parts, as they all interconnect to each other. From Ventilation Maximum, Paul Fowler, to talk about the right way, the best way to ventilate your attic space. Paul, this is a beast.
It is.
Let's talk about the 301.
This is the best ventilator in the market. Some main points to it. All of our units are galvanized steel that's painted. There's no plastic parts in our units, and there's no moving parts.
And yet it's still active.
It's still
an active vent.
It is one of the only active ventilators in the market.
No motor, no mechanical parts, no moving components.
Nothing.
No solar requirements.
Nope.
And yet it's active.
It's active.
How?
It works off of what's called the Bernoulli principle. It's the uptake in air that helps to keep airplanes in the air. It works off the same principle. Because we sit nice and high above the peak, we're continuously catching air and wind 360 degrees around the unit. So what that does is it helps, along with great soffit. Mind you, your soffits are all the way open. What this will do is this will actually draw the air out, not allow it to escape on its own time.
On its own.
You got it.
So my understanding, when you create convection, when you have the air circulating and changing in your attic space, that can enhance the life of the shingles.
Of the whole roof area.
Even the structural components.
Including that, because moisture is a killer to wood.
Yes.
Most houses are built with wood, so
Yes.
what you want to do is be able to move that air as quickly as possible outside of the attic.
Wow.
So this way you keep any moisture from accumulating, building, and then causing problems, especially after a winter time. Springtime is when you would usually see issues happening.
And obviously the height. This will sit above the snow.
100%. Not its main focus, its main purpose is being able to draw that air out. But another great benefit is that it does sit nice and high. If you get lots of snow, certain areas you get high snow loads, it sits above nice. The vents openings are not going to get covered with snow or packed with snow. It's going to continuously work.
As opposed to plastic vents. Tell us a little bit about these plastic cheapies that are being put out throughout our beautiful province.
The small square vents, they don't sit very high.
Okay.
They've been around since the 1930s.
Yes.
So what happens when those get covered with snow is that they stop working. Because they're covered with snow, they're not able to vent what they should be doing. And typically in most cases what we see is there's not enough on a roof.
Let's talk about this guy.
Yes. This unit is a roof ventilator. So what will happen with this is that it will not create ice damming.
Okay.
So what happens with some of the smaller ventilation units that get mounted to the roof, they typically blow the air, that's the hot air that's coming out through a bathroom or through a kitchen exhaust.
Okay.
It blows right onto the deck of the roof. So
Directly to the shingles.
directly onto the shingles. In the wintertime, that's going to freeze, and it's going to create ice blockage and ice damming. This will not allow you to do it. Because of this front portion, when the air comes out, whatever hot air is coming out, it hits the scoop, and it'll actually exhaust through the sides and up.
Yeah, yeah.
So it doesn't get a chance to go down to the roof
So this is a
deck.
deflector.
You got it.
If I could turn it around for the viewers, this deflects you out in each corner
100%.
upward.
100%. Again, all galvanized steel.
The finish is stunning.
All powder coated in-house, and again, critter proof. Animals will not get into this unit.
Paul, I can't thank you enough, my friend.
Thank you so much.
All right, we continue off with the project.
So Bob was asking me something that I would like to talk about that's important. Something that I would refer to as nails in the shingle seam. So now we know our shingles require 6 nails in a very specific pattern for a reason. That reason is when they get installed, and this is our nail, we do not want our seam over top of our nail. So when we have our proper nailing, there's a space where now, when water runs in between the seam of our shingle, it's gonna run in here and in here out to the next one. So if you have a nail here, that will be a leak. The proper installation of the shingles is a must. The nails have to be in the proper position or there's no point in doing it. It's gonna be a strainer at that point.
Imagine hiring a roofer without experience, without a license. Those are the people that are likely wrong nailing pattern.
Yeah, they just nail like crazy, and then they put the next shingle on, and there's a nail right where it shouldn't be.
Let's talk about what the men are working on behind us now. They're shingling, but we're in an area now of the home where we've got the flashing.
You got it.
So every home is different. In this particular case, we've got stucco.
Yeah.
That flashing's there forever,
Yeah.
unless you pull up the stucco. So my understanding is you bend it up carefully, slightly, get your shingles tucked up underneath. Then some roofers just bullet it down, end of story, end of day, go home.
Yeah.
That may be roofers that don't own a brake. So I'll let you take off with it from there, how you do it.
Yeah, so essentially we brought the brake in today because we have some replacement and we also have some cosmetic.
Okay.
So the replacement's straightforward, completely off, new completely on. Like you said, this fella here, he's hiding behind the stucco. So what
Okay.
we're gonna do is we're gonna use him as our line of defense, get our shingles under there, watertight it, and we're gonna bend some nice custom pieces to put right across, make it look beautiful.
So again, for the homeowners to understand, what's there remains for your watertight integrity.
You got it.
What we're putting over is simply cosmetic. But let's be honest, looks matter. We're back up here with Paul. It's been a while since we've been up here. Lots of men, lots of action. Let's start about, it's very important, I find, for homeowners to know the why. Let's start with the metal drip edge.
Yep.
Not often used in Ontario.
That's correct.
Why is it needed and why is it not used as often?
So not used often. Builders try to save some money.
Oh, 100%.
Maybe someone coming to redo your roof. Let's try to save some money. Skip on the drip edge.
100% agreed.
Don't recommend it. The drip edge, like its name, is to prevent any of the off drip to come back to your fascia board. It helps drip directly into the eaves.
Guides the water to where it's supposed to go.
You got it.
Excellent. Next item, ice and water shield,
Yep.
the 3-foot band. Again, Paul, for the viewers, why is it a necessity and why is it not used as much as it should be throughout our city, our province, throughout?
So I'm glad you say city, province. Again, dollar amount, some people try to save money.
Always comes back to money.
Always. Where we live, obviously we don't get the snow like we used to, but it is important. Ice and water damming back is going to be affected near the bottom 3 feet. That is why the ice and water is so important.
Excellent. Other item now is underlayment. An underlayment comes in many brands, many varieties.
Yep.
The underlayment's what's going between the finished shingles and underneath.
Got it.
My way, I like in layman's terms for homeowners to understand, if this was Limage Mall or Eastgate Square, any mall for that matter, or your swimming pool, your finish, your roofing material is 100% truly waterproof.
Correct.
Shingled roofs are not waterproof. For the homeowners to really resonate with this, picture a series of umbrellas, each overlapping the other. It's a shed effect.
Absolutely.
The right wind, the right velocity, direction, rain, it will shoot it up under. So I believe it's really not a thorough roofing job unless you have some sort of underlayment. Here, obviously, we chose my top pick, which was the Gaff deck armor.
Excellent choice.
But again, my question still maintains the same to you. Why is it needed and why is it missing, again, from Hamilton to anywhere in Ontario?
Yeah, again, finances.
Money, money, money.
Yeah, some people avoid it. Some people also try to give you a good bang for your buck. They'll give you a cheaper underlayment stating that it does great things. If you're gonna go for an underlayment, this is a great choice. The deck armor from Gaff. It is breathable, it is strong, and even like you noted, it's got a little extra grip for when you're installing. It's not slippy slide.
Grip can be helpful, especially on today's project. Grip can matter.
So Bob, now that the deck armor and our ice and water is all on, we can't see the roof deck anymore.
Correct.
So we have some before and after pictures of the plywood that was rotten, simply no good. Get that out of there. We install the new stuff.
That's so important.
So important. Don't cover it up. Don't pretend like it's not there. That's what's holding the nails. That's what's keeping it up there. Make sure it's good and solid.
Excellent. And behind us now, we have the one of two, the 301 vent, maximum ventilation. We talked a lot when I had a meeting with you originally, you and Nick. We talked about valleys.
Yes.
I really cannot remember anywhere seeing a valley that wasn't shingled right in. They're open. I see them as open valleys.
Yep.
We talked about that, and there is technical reasons why you would choose to close a valley as opposed to leaving it open.
Yep.
Then there's obviously the time savings. So please, if you want to demystify that a little bit for the viewers, open valley versus closed valley.
Yeah, open valleys, you're gonna see your metal and have a metal exposure, which in hindsight, rain may get underneath.
Okay.
Okay, it's how it's designed, it's great. In applications like this home where we have a steep slope going to a lower slope, we're gonna go for a closed valley so the water sheds over the material versus into the material.
Excellent, excellent. We'll get out of here and we'll let your men keep at it.
Awesome.
Thank you so much, Paul.
Very
You're
welcome.
awesome.
Thank you.
Stay tuned. Up next, we're back at the shop for Bob's top picks and Bob's bewares. For everything home rental, follow us on social media. Now we come to a segment in the program called Bob's Top Picks and Bob's Bewares. This is usually where I showcase products that you should beware of or products that are top picks. Now we're going to spin this up a little bit. This is a roofing program, and for a top pick, very important, beginning of this program, you've seen my license. If you follow this program regularly, we show my master building repair and contractor's license every portion, every episode. We've been doing this for 9 seasons. Now we're also introducing a new license today. Very proud to show you the licensing for my good friends at Platinum Roofing. This matters. So we have a roofing contractor now that is licensed. That's a key top pick. Number 2, not only are they licensed, they're accredited, they're certified, which is very rare. Not many, not about 2% nearly of roofers in the province of Ontario have this Master Elite certification. This is absolutely critical to protect you, your loved ones, your family, and your home from the weather, to ensure you are getting a good roof installed that will stand the test of time. Now, for a Bob's Beware, very simple. A roofer that's unlicensed, a roofer that's generally cheap, and a roofer that has no certification or accreditation for doing this type of work. You don't want anybody like that pitching a ladder, touching your home at all. Visit us. We proudly have the largest home improvement database on the net. JustAskBob.com. Hundreds of these half-hour programs, 2 Hamilton radio stations with the former Just Ask Bob radio show, Q&A columns in writing and in print, a university of knowledge for the taking. You can watch, you can listen, you can read. Everybody learns differently. We also have new this season, our newsletter, which has been proudly picked up by the Bay Observer. Again, visit our website, subscribe to our newsletter for a chance to win a Home Depot gift card. Our newsletter is where we answer many more questions regarding home improvements that we can't fit into this program. Now, if you're feeling old school, want to just talk, pick up the phone. 289-649-0196. Again, that's 289-649-0196. Thank you.